This is Steve Schiffman. I want to thank you very much for joining me today in what's going to be a very different and interesting, I hope, discussion about sales. But first, I want to do this, and I put this slide up for a reason. We have been inundated, you and I, people who have to work for a living, inundated by people who don't. They tell us, don't worry about it. Do what you've got to do. It's okay. Everything's going to be fine. And now we have the example of the person who's right there. She is telling us, this is what you have to do. Now you'll notice on the bottom of the picture, I put a little toilet. Do you think she cleans it herself? Do you think she even looks at it herself? Do you think she knows what it is? Come on, let's get real. I am tired, and you have to be tired of billionaires, millionaires who tell you, listen, don't worry about a thing. I'll take care of it for you. And then they don't. They don't do anything except raise all that money that goes someplace that I have no idea, and they don't clean the toilet. Give some thought to that later. When you're kind of annoyed about what's going on, give some thought to what is really going on. And now let's discuss sales. We're going to discuss customer-centric sales. That's a different thing that we've talked about before. We've never really looked at it quite this way, because what this says is that you and I have to understand what this is all about, what happens in a sales process. And I want to show you a couple things, and I'm going to get out. Let's see if I can get a little pen here. I think I can. And I can show you a couple things. Number one, if you are seen as simply another commodity, which most companies are. I mean, if you're selling pens, it looks like a pen. If you're selling pencils, it looks like a pencil. If you're selling pots and pans, it looks like pots and pans. So therefore, we all are in a commodity market. And of course, price is what it is. So everybody's in the game. The winner may not be us. It may be the person who has the cheapest product or the cheapest sale. Who knows? I don't know what that means. But I do know that the person that we're talking about, that is a price commodity person, is going to lower the price. So you may be having difficulty in competing against that person. However, take a look, go up the chart. If you are somebody who can really talk about features, that is your product's features, functionality, service, and application fit, the decision is different. It's not just based on price. The competition is a threat, but we now have a better situation. Now, seen as a leader. If you are the company that's seen as a leader with a future direction, with solid customer service and reliability, the competition all of a sudden is narrowed down. The customer feels that there is somebody else out there besides just the guy they saw the first time or woman they saw the first time. Of course, you want to become a strategic supplier, helping businesses do more business by helping customers fulfill key objectives. Here, right at this moment, we are differentiating ourselves from where we did before. This is the key. If you are not able to say, this is what you do, and this is how you do it, then it's not going to work. If you can't explain to somebody what makes you different than somebody else, you're not. You're not. And this is what happens. And I coach so many people each week. People, I say to them when I first meet them, tell me what separates your business from the other person's business. What separates them? And this is the answer. The number one answer I get is service. Service. Well, if it's service, if that's all it is, then everybody's saying that. That's not going to work. So we don't want to say that. We don't want to say that the only thing that separates ourselves is service. Because everybody takes a business card, writes their name on the back, writes their telephone number, their private number, says, you can call me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if you need to. Ridiculous. But here's where you want to be. You want to have a strategic relationship that matches vision, matches the values of the company you're selling to, the ethics, their mission. Your position sets you apart from our competition and makes the relationship difficult to duplicate. That's what you need to do. If you can create a strategic relationship with your customers, with your prospects, you have a chance, a real chance of making a sale. So this is Steve Schiffman. I want to thank you very much for joining me. As always, I appreciate your time, and more important, I'm humbled by your presence.